Hello children, I'm here with the next part of the video. This is chapter number 8 of your biology syllabus class 7, that is windstorm and cyclone. In the previous part of the video we have learned about what is air pressure, how wind currents are caused, and what happens when there is a difference between the wind air pressure. So in this part of the video we will be learning about thunderstorms and cyclones. So children, you are requested to keep your pencil along with you so that you could note down the important topics by pausing the video. Thunderstorms are produced by swift movement of falling water droplets along with the rising air, which produce sound, lightning and heavy rain. Swift movement, as I have already said children, that the warm air tends to rise up and the cold air sinks. So thunderstorms are produced by the swift, very quick movement of falling water droplets along with the rising air. This is accompanied with sound, lightning and heavy rainfall. These thunderstorms are very much frequent in hot, humid and tropical areas. The areas which are very hot, humid and in the tropical areas. High pressures in these areas produce the strong rising winds. As high temperatures in these areas produce strong rising winds. As I have said, air when gets heated, it expands and rises up, which carry water droplets up along with the water vapor. These droplets condense and fall down as rain. The large masses of clouds get electrically charged when the droplets of water in it are rubbed by dust and other charged particles. So, if two particles carrying opposite charges come closer, an electric charge flow from one to them to the other. This process releases a large amount of heat and light, and the spark of the light is seen as lightning. You must have seen when you rub the synthetic clothes in the darkness, you will see spark there. Similar things happens when the clouds get charged up with the dust particles and various other particles present in the air. So when two oppositely charged clouds means, suppose one cloud is charged positive and the other cloud is charged negative, when they come closer and get rubbed with each other, huge amount of heat and light is released in this process, and the spark can be seen in the form of lightning. The air expands suddenly due to the heat produced. This produces a large sound which we hear as thunder. So you should take the following precautions during a thunderstorm. We cannot stop the thunderstorm because it is a natural phenomena, but we can take some precautions to make ourselves safe during the thunderstorm. Do not take shelter under a tree and umbrella with a metallic end in open garages, metal sheds or storage sheds, because taller trees attract more charges. The metallic end attracts more charges. So when there is a thunderstorm and you are taking a shelter under the tall tree, or you are using an umbrella with metallic stand, it is the chances that you can get a lightning shock. Do not lie on the ground. When you will lie on the ground, maximum part of your body will be touching the ground, making it more exposed to the lightning. That is why it is advised not to lie on the ground. Do not sit near a window, because the window panes and the grill is made up of metal. They attracts the lightning. So it is advised not to sit near the window when there is a thunderstorm. A car, bus or a building is a safe place to take shelter. Car with closed windshields. Next topic of discussion is cyclones. And also, if you are in a forest, take shelter under a small tree. As I have said, taller trees attract more charges, more lightning. Next topic of discussion is cyclone. When water evaporates, it takes up heat from the surroundings and changes to water vapor. This heat is released when the vapor condenses back into water and falls down as the rain. This is the natural process of water cycle, as you know that. The released heat warms the atmosphere and the warm air rises. A low pressure area is created. Air from the surrounding area rushes to the center. As more and more air spirals inwards towards the center, it is forced to rise up. They cool down as they rise, condense and fall down as rain. This cyclic chain of events result in the formation of low pressure system with high speed of winds revolving around it. This is known as cyclone. Let me show you a picture. See, as you can see, there is a spiral movement of the air. The warm air is getting heated up, it rises up. The cold winds are coming to fill that gap, and also the warm air along with the water vapor is getting condensed on the upper surface. It is falling down as rainfall. So there is a creation of a spiral movement of the air. The more strong spiral movement of the air, the more strong formation of cyclone will be there. Structure of a cyclone. The center of the cyclone is the calm area called eye of the cyclone. Means not big movements are found in the center of the cyclone. The diameter of the eye varies from 10 to 30 km. It could be wider from 10 to 30 km. It is a region of light winds and no clouds. As I said, less activity is observed in the center of the cyclone, and this center of the cyclone is also known as eye of the cyclone. Surrounding this region are high speed winds and thick clouds with heavy rain. The speed of the wind varies from 150 to 250 km for a large cyclone. The size of a cloud region is about 150 km. You can see this formation of cyclone in the picture also. As you can see, the center of the cyclone, there is less activity in the center. Therefore, it is known as the calm area of the cyclone, and it is also known as eye of the cyclone. And the water vapor along the hot wind is rising up. The cold winds from the sides are rushing in towards the center. Water vapor is getting condensed at the height and it is falling down in the form of rainfall. So as you can see, there is a convection between the water droplets and the air, which is having a circular motion or a spiral motion, and this generates the cyclone. Destruction caused by cyclone. You must have heard that in the last year also, Cyclone Fani has touched the coast of Orissa, and it has caused massive damage in that area. In this year also, Cyclone Amphan hit West Bengal, and more than 20,000 lives of the people, more than 20,000 people were affected. Cyclones cause a lot of damage to the life and the property. Strong winds in the cyclone push the water from the sea towards the shore even when it is hundreds of kilometers away. Strong winds of cyclone, they push the water from the water bodies towards the shore even if the ocean is 100 kilometers away. This is the first indication of its approach. The water waves produced cause severe floods. The water is lifted to a height of about 2 to 12 meters by the low pressure eye of the cyclone. It appears like a wall of water which enters the low lying coastal area and cause severe floods in that area. The high-speed winds uproots the trees, electrical poles, roofs of the buildings which are weak, and also damages the building. Communication system also get damaged. Means you can imagine how much destructive these winds are. It reduces the fertility of the soil. How? By washing away the top fertile layer. As you know, children, the topmost layer of the soil is the most fertile layer of the soil because it is rich in humus. But when there is a flood or a strong wind, the top layer of the soil get washed away by the action of strong winds or the flood water, leaving the soil infertile, thus reducing the fertility of the soil. Heavy and continuous rainfall causes floods and worsen the situation in the already flooded area. As I have said earlier, the water from the water bodies is pushed towards the land surfaces, towards the shore, creating or causing severe floods. And in context to that, adding to that, in addition, what happens when there is severe and continuous rainfall? It worsens the condition which has already caused by floods. Now, different names of cyclones. Cyclones are known by different names at different places of the world. First one is hurricane. In the American continent, the cyclones are known as hurricanes. They consist of violent and very destructive winds, as you can see here in the picture also. Typhoon. Tropical cyclones which originate in the China Sea and occur in Philippines and Japan are known as typhoons. All these are cyclones and these are known by different names in different areas. These are also very destructive since they consist of strong winds. You can see the movement of the strong winds in the picture. Next is tornado. Along with the cyclone, when there is a high speed cyclone or a large cyclone, what happens? Along with the wind, water also spirals and it consists of a twisted funnel shaped cloud swirling the air. Swirling means giving a circular motion to the air that reaches from the sky to the ground. It is formed very suddenly on the land and the speed of the winds in a violent tornado can be about 300 km per hour and its diameter varies from meter. It could be wider like to a length of a meter or to a kilometer in length. Here is an information. Cyclone that hit Kolkata in October 1787 means 200 years back. 200 years back has been recorded as the world ever. The death toll was 3 lakh. Means 3 lakh people have lost their lives in that cyclone. A 12-meter high storm surge accompanied the cyclone. You can imagine how destructive the cyclones are. The funnel of the tornado sucks anything in its path. As you can see in the picture, there is a funnel shaped cloud reaching from the sky to the land, and the funnel of the tornado, it can suck anything which comes in the path. Dust, trees, animals, even human beings, vehicles, buildings are pulled at the base due to low pressure and thrown out near the top. Tornadoes may be formed within a cyclone. Tornadoes are not very frequent in our country, but these are very frequent and violent in USA. When a tornado forms over a sea, it sucks up water. As I have said, the funnel of the tornado can suck up anything which comes in its path. So when a tornado forms over the sea, the funnel sucks a huge amount of water from the sea. And it looks like a giant grey snake, as you can see here in the picture. This giant grey snake is known as water spout. This giant grey snake-like looking structure when it is formed when water is sucked by the tornado and when the tornado is formed over the sea. This structure is known as water spout. A violent tornado may blow off the feathers of the birds or remove the skin of the animals. Even can remove the skin of the animals. The tornadoes which are not so violent are known as depressions. So in Europe, the cyclones which are not very violent are known as depressions. They bring rain and do not cause much damage. Cyclones are frequent in the east coast of India. In the west coast, the intensity and the frequency of cyclones are less than the east coast. In fact, the whole coastline of India is a cyclone prone area, means cyclone can cause in the whole coastline of India. Safety measures against cyclones. Cyclones are natural phenomena and no one can stop them. So we cannot stop them, but we can take some safety measures. The safety measures that should be taken by the government. Here are some safety measures that should be taken by the government to safeguard against cyclones. Establishment of cyclone forecast and warning system. Yes, you know children that today with the help of science and technology we can get the information regarding heavy rainfall or even cyclones 2 days before, means 48 hours before of the arrival of cyclones. So this is because of science and technology. So government should establish center for cyclone forecast and warning system. Setting up of rapid communication system to give information about the cyclones in advance. Construction of cyclone shelters in the cyclone prone areas. This is done by the government. Construction of cyclone shelter, as you can see here in the picture. This building is above the pillars so as to protect the people from the floods. When there is water logging due to floods, this building is safe for them. Proper administrative arrangement for moving people faster to safer places, means government should take measures to shift the people living in the cyclone prone areas or the area which could be affected by the cyclone to a safer places. So government should government should make proper administrative arrangement. Now following are the steps taken by the people during the cyclone hit. Follow the warnings issued by the meteorological department through TV, radio and newspaper. People should be always alert and they should follow the warnings and news issued by the TV, radio and newspapers. Shift essential household goods, domestic animals, etc. to a safer place. You need to shift only essential household goods and along with you. If you will become greedy and try to save things which are not so useful or not so important, not so essential, this could be dangerous because it can take more time and it could be dangerous. Like when cyclone hits, it is said that please save your life first. When you will be safe, you will arrange the essential goods later on also. Do not drive on the flooded roads since these may be damaged, and because of the water logging it is also not possible to imagine how depth the water logging is, means roads can be damaged also, which can be dangerous. Keep it ready the phone numbers of the emergency services like the fire brigade, police, hospitals, etc. And let us now see the precautions to be taken in a cyclone hit area. These are the precautions taken before the hitting of the cyclone, and now these are the precautions that should be taken in the cyclone hit area. Do not drink water in the locality and it can be contaminated because the local water can be contaminated, can get mixed with the flooded water which contains various impurities. Store drinking water for emergencies. Do not touch the wet switches and the power lines. It could be dangerous and it can give you electric shock. Do not go outside the house or the cyclone shelter. Do not pressure the rescue workers with undue demands. Yes, this is the most important thing. Undue demands, as I have explained earlier, you should not be greedy, you should be selfless, and you should not pressure on the rescue workers to fulfill your undue demands, which are not so important. Help and cooperate with friends and the neighbors. Advanced technology for cyclone forecasting. Nowadays, satellites and radar help to issue cyclone alert or cyclone watch 48 hours in advance. As I have said, today with the help of science and technology, we can get the alert of cyclone hit 48 hours prior. These are issued through a variety of communication systems like through mobile, through television, through newspaper, through radios. A cyclone warning is issued 24 hours in advance and is repeated every hour or half an hour. It is done by the government. So in this chapter we have read high-speed winds or storms and cyclones are the main causes of natural disasters. Means these are the natural phenomena which cause a lot of damage to life and property. Wind is gentle while storm is violent, because thus the moving air is called wind, but the strong moving air is called the storms, and which could be violent. Energy. Wind is generally described by two characteristics: direction and speed. Direction is found by an instrument called wind vane, and the speed of the wind is measured with the help of an instrument called anemometer. Storms are severe atmospheric disturbances accompanied by very strong and high speed winds. Uneven heating of the earth is the main cause of wind movement. Because of the uneven heating of the earth, as due to the structure of the earth, and also due to the uneven distribution of land and water bodies, also due to the fact that lands get heated up more quickly in comparison to water bodies. These are the main cause of wind movement. Winds carrying water vapor bring rainfall. Air pressure creates the wind and influences the weather. It is just because the air pressure, there is a convection in the wind, and it influences the weather. Gases expand more than solids and liquids. When heated, gases expand more than solid and liquid. Warm air is lighter and it tends to move in the upward direction in comparison to the cold air. Monsoon winds blow from the southwest direction in our country. Southwest direction means from the Indian Ocean and the Bay of Bengal. A tornado looks like a twisted funnel of the air, as I have shown in the picture. The cyclone forecasting and timely warning may save many lives and property. Yes, because of due to the presence of science and technology, it is now easier to give the prior information of cyclones, and it is easier to save more life and property. It has become easier to monitor cyclones with the help of advanced technology like satellites and radars. Hope you have understood the chapter well. Follow the instruction uploaded in our school website and write down the written work in your classwork notebook. Till then, stay at your home. Stay safe, children. Thank you.